1. What is the primary purpose of the BICSI certification program in the telecommunications and information technology systems industry? A. To provide job placement services for telecommunications professionals. B. To validate professional competency and knowledge in ICT design and implementation. C. To regulate pricing standards for telecommunications installation services. D. To establish mandatory licensing requirements for all IT professionals. 2. Which standard does BICSI primarily reference for structured cabling system design and installation? A. International Building Code Standards for Electrical Systems. B. ANSI EIA Standards for Telecommunications Infrastructure. C. IEEE Wireless Networking Protocols exclusively. D. National Electrical Code Residential Wiring Requirements. 3. In the context of BICSI standards, what does the term horizontal cabling refer to? A. Cables running between telecommunications rooms and work area outlets. B. Cables installed in underground conduit systems only. C. Cables connecting different buildings in a campus environment. D. Fiber optic cables used for long-distance transmission. 4. What is the maximum recommended permanent link length for Category 6A cabling according to BICSI standards? A. 50 meters including patch cords. B. 90 meters not including patch cords. C. 100 meters total channel length. D. 150 meters for backbone applications. 5. Which BICSI credential is considered the foundational certification for telecommunications distribution design? A. Registered Communications Distribution Designer Certification. B. Network Transport System Certification. C. Data Center Design Consultant Certification. D. Wireless Design Professional Certification. 6. What is the primary function of a telecommunications room in a structured cabling system? A. To serve as the main server storage facility. B. To house telecommunications equipment and serve as a cross-connect point. C. To provide office space for IT administrators. D. To store backup power equipment exclusively. 7. According to BICSI standards, what is the recommended temperature range for a telecommunications room? A. 50 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit year-round. B. 64 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit continuously. C. 80 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit during operation. D. Temperature control is not specified in standards. 8. What does the acronym RCDD stand for in BICSI certifications? A. Registered Cable Distribution Director. B. Registered Communications Distribution Designer. C. Remote Connectivity Design Developer. D. Residential Cabling Design Diplomat. 9. In fiber optic cabling systems, what does the term insertion loss measure? A. The amount of light signal lost through a connection or cable segment. B. The time delay in signal transmission through fiber. C. The cost of installing fiber optic connections. D. The physical damage to fiber optic strands. 10. Which type of cable is recommended for backbone cabling in high bandwidth applications? Category 5E unshielded twisted pair copper cable. B. Coaxial cable with RG6 specifications. C. Multimode or single-mode fiber optic cable. D. Category 3 shielded twisted pair cable. 11. What is the primary purpose of a grounding and bonding system in telecommunications infrastructure? A. To increase signal transmission speed through cables. B. To provide electrical safety and reduce electromagnetic interference. C. To support cable management hardware installation. D. To enhance wireless signal propagation. 12. According to BICSI standards, what is the minimum bend radius for Category 6 unshielded twisted pair cable? 2 times the cable diameter. B. 4 times the cable diameter. C. 8 times the cable diameter. D. 10 times the cable diameter. 13. What does the term entrance facility refer to in telecommunications infrastructure? A. The main lobby area where visitors enter the building. B. The point where outside service provider cables enter the building. C. The emergency exit routes in telecommunications rooms. D. The employee entrance for IT staff members. 14. Which testing parameter is most critical for certifying installed Category 6A cabling systems? A. Cable color coding verification only. B. Return loss, insertion loss, and near-end crosstalk measurements. C. Physical inspection of connector crimps exclusively. D. Cable length measurement without performance testing. 15. What is the maximum distance recommendation for multimode fiber optic cable in 10 gigabit Ethernet applications? A. 100 meters for all multimode types. B. 300 meters for OM3 and 550 meters for OM4. C. 1,000 meters, regardless of fiber type. D. 50 meters for building backbone applications. 16. In the context of BICSI standards, what does pathway refer to? A. Walking corridors in telecommunications facilities. B. Routes designated for cable installation, including conduits and cable trays. C. Network routing protocols for data transmission. D. Career advancement opportunities in the industry. 17. What is the primary difference between plenum-rated and riser-rated cables? A. Plenum cables are cheaper than riser-rated cables. B. Plenum cables have fire-resistant jackets for air-handling spaces. C. Riser cables are used exclusively for outdoor installations. D. There is no difference in fire safety ratings. 18. Which organization works closely with BICSI to develop telecommunications standards in North America? A. Federal Communications Commission exclusively. B. Telecommunications Industry Association. C. International Organization for Standardization only. D. World Trade Organization, Telecommunications Division. 19. What is the recommended maximum fill ratio for cables in a conduit system? A. 25% for single cables, 40% for multiple cables. B. 53% for single cables, 40% for two cables, 35% for three or more. C. 75% regardless of cable quantity. D. 100% to maximize conduit utilization. 20. In data center design, what does the term hot aisle, cold aisle configuration refer to? A. Temperature zones for different types of equipment. B. An arrangement to optimize cooling efficiency by separating equipment intake and exhaust. C. Security zones with different access levels. D. Cable management systems separating power and data. 21. What is the purpose of a cable management system in a telecommunications installation? A. To track cable inventory for purchasing purposes. B. To organize and support cables while maintaining bend radius requirements. C. To encrypt data signals traveling through cables. D. To provide electrical power to connected devices. 22. According to BICSI standards, what is the maximum pulling tension for Category 6 unshielded twisted pair cable? A. 10 pounds force maximum. B. 25 pounds force maximum. C. 50 pounds force maximum. D. 100 pounds force maximum. 23. What does the term attenuation refer to in cable performance testing? A. The increase in signal strength over distance. B. The reduction in signal strength as it travels through the cable. C. The reflection of signals back to the source. D. The crossing of signals between adjacent pairs. 24. Which type of connector is most commonly used for terminating Category 6A cables? A. BNC connectors for coaxial termination. B. RJ45 modular connectors with appropriate specifications. CSC fiber optic connectors exclusively. D. DB9 serial connectors for data transmission. 25. What is the primary purpose of conducting a site survey before installing a telecommunications system? A. To determine employee satisfaction with current systems. B. To assess physical conditions, identify obstacles, and plan installation requirements. C. To negotiate pricing with equipment vendors. D. To establish project timelines without technical assessment. 26. In wireless network design, what does the term access point refer to? A. The main entrance to a secured facility. B. A device that allows wireless devices to connect to a wired network. C. The point where cables enter a building. D. A security checkpoint for network authentication only. 27. What is the recommended separation distance between telecommunications cables and electrical power cables? A. No separation is required with modern shielded cables. B. Minimum 2 inches for low voltage power, 12 inches for high voltage. C. Maximum 1 inch regardless of power levels. D. Separation is only required for outdoor installations. 28. Which factor is most critical when determining cable type selection for a specific application? A. The color preference of the facility manager. B. Bandwidth requirements, distance, and environmental conditions. C. The manufacturer's country of origin exclusively. D. The lowest available price point regardless of specification. 29. What does the acronym TIA stand for in telecommunications standards? A. Technical Infrastructure Association. B. Telecommunications Industry Association. C. Terminal Installation Authority. D. Technology Integration Alliance. 30. In structured cabling systems, what is the purpose of a patch panel? A. To provide electrical power to connected equipment. B. To serve as a flexible cross-connect point for cable management. C. To amplify weak signals in long cable runs. D. To convert fiber optic signals to electrical signals.